Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate everyone who is here. Thank you so much. We're gonna get started. I'm sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I a girl is gonna be busy, 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 busy because I am doing TikTok school. So that's pretty much what's happening. So let me get set up, friends. That's what it's all about. Let me get my screen set up and we're gonna get started. Thank you all for joining the live. If you are not here already, I appreciate you as you guys are going to come in and support the live. Um, so, yes, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I am in the throes of TikTok school, so trying to get my. Hello, Michelle. How are you, friend? Appreciate you coming on in. Thank you so much for being here. Um, were you here yesterday? Okay, I shared the news about me getting agency access. So now I'm in TikTok school. So I am in the throes of TikTok school. So it is interesting. I'm seeing some of the back end stuff and how things go. And honestly, it just kind of affirms kind of things that you see things play out. There's a algorithm at play here. You said, "Welcome to Dr. Lisa School, where we learn all about going live, monetizing your expertise." That's it, friend. We're gonna do it. You are forever a student. I am a student, friend. I am a true student now. Um, TikTok school is a lot. Well, ultimately, it's like as in, so I gave what I share with my husband is he works in K-12, so he's in an alternative high school here in Orlando. So he works at one of those, and then he basically I told him, like, when you think about a high school structure, you have your principal, then you have like your assistant principal, then you have those deans, and then you have the teacher, and then you have the students. And so it's kind of, when you think about how now I peeled back the curtain a little bit, so I'm seeing I'm probably at the dean level. And so I'm working with the teachers, which would be live hosts. And then the live hosts are going to work with their viewers and make sure that they're kind of keeping that engagement going. So that's the way I described it to him. I was like, think of yourself now being that dean, and you're trying, because he's at the uh, for his particular school, his title is an administrative dean, so he's at the dean level, so he kind of gets that analogy. So that's what happened. So anyway, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all coming into the live. Thank you so much. This is my live where we're going to talk about going live and building your community. So I appreciate you all joining. If you are new to my channel, new to my live, please go ahead and click the like button and go ahead and comment. And then if you have not done so already, go ahead and click that subscriber button. And if you don't mind subscribing and clicking the bell so you can get notifications of when I go live again. So my name is Dr. Lisa. This is Launch Your Income. And we are talking all things going live, building your community, and monetizing your expertise as you think about your brand and how you're connecting and adding value, but connecting your target audience. So that's what we're talking about. Thank you all for joining. Like I said, if you are new, go ahead and click that like button and then throw a comment in. And so finally, my moderator, not finally, but my moderator is in the chat. Her name is Yes Michelle Crochets, and she can help you with optimizing your YouTube channel and helping you grow here in on this platform. So I want you to think very intentionally about your strategy. So yes, Michelle, she is in the chat. She's going to be answering questions for you, and so feel free to connect with her. She is awesome, awesome, awesome as a YouTube coach. So just know that you are getting the best when you come into this live. You are getting great knowledge and information and expertise, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so just want to I get it. You are not talking about exactly. You peel back the curtain behind Oz. That's a great analogy. I might steal that if you don't mind, because that's essentially what's happening. Like when you think about what's going on, what's happening? The wizard is just a man. No, but it's interesting. It's actually very interesting in terms of how things are going. He said, I'm taking on new clients. Yes, yes, definitely connect with Michelle. She is taking on new clients. So definitely connect with her. Like I said, if you need some guidance and support, she is the one. Um, you said go for it. Yes. Yes. And so really quickly, my friends, if you go ahead and say hello in the chat so we know you're here and we can start growing and connecting. And then, like I said, I always co-stream. So I'm about to go onto the TikTok streets and connect with you all. I'm going to get to chatting and talking. And I will go over there to connect a little bit and we'll talk about just going live and just what to expect. I'm probably not going to stay super long. Michelle, I know you're staying for 30 minutes, but I'm probably going to stay for about an hour. Because like I said, I'm in TikTok school, so we're going to talk about that a little bit too, but it is interesting. It just depends on how the live topic goes, but I always want to make sure I stay long enough to help people and support, but knowing I may have to skedaddle a little sooner. Um, on my previous I posted her first videos. Oh, did she? Awesome. That is awesome. Um, I need to chat with her because she asked about the agency stuff, and I'm still trying to answer her question, but I think the answer might be a no. I think it might be a no because businesses, you need to be on the creator side. I think that's the answer, but I'm gonna find out for her. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. How you doing? We got some people who are chatting. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming in, commenting, and liking the live. My moderator guest, Michelle Crochet, she is here. So make sure we stay on topic. This is a conversation about going live, building your community. We're going to talk about monetizing your expertise. So let's stay on topic. And then also, if you are here, make sure you like the live and then put a comment on topic. And then also make sure you are 18 years and older. That's the key here, friend. Make sure you're 18 years or older because we want to make sure you're able to really engage in the topic. We don't want to have people who are not of age, especially since we're talking about monetizing and stuff too. So I want to make sure you're of age. So 18 years and older and professional topic. So let's stay professional and on topic. And then I appreciate if you want to chat with Michelle Crochets while she's here. She can also offer tips and strategies for optimizing your YouTube channel and getting you up and running. And then also just thinking very intentionally about what's the goal for your channel so that you're talking to your right audience. So just stay with us for a little bit. I am going to co-stream, so I'm logging in as we speak so that we can talk to our friends on TikTok, and got some TikTok related news in terms of agency conversation and stuff that we're having over there. But I am happy to be here and support all of you all and let you know if you have questions. I'm happy to answer questions as well. Okay, I will do that next time. So okay, I saw something that popped up. I was like, do I do it now? Do I do it later? Next time. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for coming in. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you for being here. This is my Go Live, and we're going to build your community. So I want you to be intentional about how do you build, how do you grow. Hope all is well. So let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you all joining. I am here to support and answer questions. So come on in. We're going to get to chatting. And this is my Go Live. So Michelle, I'll tell you this. This is my first time. So part of the agency, they make you switch to business. That's what I'm going to talk about. So I had to switch to business. So I'm no longer on the creator side. So yes. And so because, you're checking with the person's age, yeah. Numbers go up and down, so maybe they left, but maybe not. I'm not sure. But so it'll be interesting how my live stream performs, but also just now being on the business side. So I gotta be cognizant of that. So yeah, interesting. We're gonna play this out. We are going to play this out, friends. So it's something that very interesting. Yeah, I had to hello, friend. Appreciate you, Benjamin, being here. I had to kind of I felt a certain way about it. I was like, is this what I want? Is this what I want? So yeah, that's part of the requirements. So if you go to my page now on TikTok, it actually says Live Creator Network. It says that under my title as part of a subtitle that's there. So yeah, Interesting. So I'll talk about that a little bit as my friends come in. I'm gonna make sure I share the live. Hello, friends coming in. Appreciate you all joining the live. I was sitting here talking to Yes Michelle for a second on my YT, but I appreciate you all coming in. We're gonna I'm gonna share my live out to some of my other friends. Come on in. Thank you so much. How you doing, Trisha? Appreciate you coming in. Let me know how's everything going. Digital Hustler, how are you, friend? How's everything going? Are you new to my live? Let me know. Are you new, friend? Thank you so much for being here. So I was just sharing. I'll talk a little bit more, Trisha. I know you've been keeping up with this transition with the agency stuff, and so there's a boot camp, a virtual boot camp that I'm participating in. So I'm coming live now, and I'll probably stay for about an hour because I gotta get back to the boot camp lessons. But just talking out loud, I was saying I had to I think I kind of had to grieve the loss. I'll talk about it a little bit later too. Grieve the loss because I had to change my account from a personal account to a business account. So I am now on the business side of the house. Yeah. Congratulations. I saw the news last night. So excited. You saw it. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Yes, definitely like, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yes, OMG. Yes, like I said, I think I'm feeling a certain way about it. That was one of those moments where I was like, oh, this is real. You guys are making me change who I am, what I'm here for, what I'm doing. So it's, yeah, I'll talk about it more because I believe it was eNurse. I gotta go back and check and see who asked the question about can businesses join agencies. I'm still researching to see if there's a definitive answer on that, but I think it's leaning towards no. And I'll explain why in a second, but I think the answer is no, they cannot. And so I'll talk through that, but I need to do some more research before I have 100% certainty, but I want to say I'm probably 99% certain that they cannot. So, hello friends coming into the live. Appreciate you joining the live. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate Luna, you came in. I didn't see you, friend. How you doing, Dee? How are you, friend? Come on in. Appreciate you joining the live as well. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. So yes, there's Michelle said over on TikTok, she said it's like the Wizard of Oz because I'm peeking behind the curtain. Because I'm peeking behind, so I'm starting to see. It's kind of like, okay, TikTok, I see how y'all do. I see. And someone asked the question in terms of your growth, and I've always answered the question. Good morning, friends. How are you? I've always answered the question correctly with saying when people ask me, do you need an agent? Do you need an agency? Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Thank you, Dee, for the live goal. I appreciate you helping me with that. Do you need an agency? Do you need an agency? Here's the answer. If you really do want to grow, if you're committed to the process, and that's what I typically say, you got to be committed. First, it starts with you. You got to make sure you're ready to take on live streaming and just doing it on a consistent basis. Not daily matters. Daily is obviously the most optimal way you want to do it, but you could do it at least 3 times a week, and that's sufficient. But do you need agency? You probably do if you want to grow. You do. Yeah. They when you I'm like I said, I'm looking in the early stages of this process. I see why people have agencies because the agency is able to offer a little bit more leverage with TikTok. They have more access. Yeah. So that's what's happening. So from that perspective, the answer is yes. Just to know that when you peek behind the curtain, you see all the different resources, information they got. They got a lot of information, a lot of resources. How you doing, Carrie? Appreciate your friend. So like I said, I'm still in the beginning stages learning. I stayed up late last night looking through materials. Luna, I don't know if you heard, and others in the room, I said I had to change my account from creator to now I'm a business account. Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well, Carrie. Yeah, so now I'm no longer a personal account. I have to be a business account to support on that side. You said, oh wow. Yes. So I grieved it a little bit. I was like, do I want to do this? It's funny when I saw that I had to change. I looked up and said, what? I was like, maybe they're wrong. I was I was like, oh my gosh, Carrie, you said, why did you have to do that? It took me, it's funny because I was like, you know how you get materials and you just kind of combing through things. I was like, maybe I'm reading that wrong. So, what is the big difference? Okay. Let me answer Carrie's question first. Carrie, so I officially got accepted to become a TikTok live, essentially a TikTok live host agency. So I'm one of the agencies under the Creator Network program. My agency is actually activated. To be honest with you, I'm gonna. So this is all part of the news I'm gonna share today. So I'm in boot camp. I'm in a boot camp training, virtual training, of course, everything's virtual. He said, "Oh, congratulations! Thank you so much, friend." And then, so because of that, I am in this training, and they made me part of the training steps was to now switch your account and activate your account. So if you go to my page today, right now, you see where it says Live Creator Network. It says it on, so that's how they link you. They link you to their list of creator networks. And so that's what happened. So I switched to business. And I tell you guys, I've always said this because I had never been a business account. You said, woo, yes. We'll cheer for that. We'll cheer for that. Thank you so much, friend. Because I hadn't been a business account, I don't know all the different resources. I knew they had some analytics and some other things that they offer you from the business suite, which is there. It's a business suite, and you can see all the different resources. So under that business suite, they have things that they offer when it comes to like instant messages and instant replies and that type of stuff, which is something as a network you want to kind of use. So I have some quick response responses that I can set up if people inquire. And so those type of things you can set up. There's some other features in there that I still have to kind of learn and access. But Luna, thank you so much. But all that's in there. So you get more resources from a business perspective. You lose your creator identity. And so it's funny because some of the things I see just off the jump, if you guys go to the plus sign right now and click the plus sign, you see post and you see create and you see live. Those are the three things you should see. My create is gone. My create is gone. It's gone. No create. No create. Create is gone. So I am not a creator. Okay, so that's the thing about it. You're the creator. You said, oh, my creator is gone. So I'm not a creator anymore. So I'm not. And so Eve Nurse asked this question. That's why I said I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% positive. I just have to confirm that 1%. But I'm pretty sure if you're a business account, you cannot be in the Creator Network program because by its title alone, you have to be a creator. So if you are not a creator, you can't be in the program. So business accounts don't have the creator resources and access. You're not a creator. You can't get into the creator rewards program, or you can't get into the creator, a lot of the creator challenges you're not eligible to participate in. So those things are not part of your resources and access. You're treated truly like a business. You're here for business operations. So and marketing your business. So you're not a creator. So I'm pretty sure that that's the answer. And I just need to confirm that just in case I'm missing something in how resources or the service can be allowed for businesses, but I don't think it can be. How you doing, Rakai the Diva? How are you, friend? So I'll keep you guys posted. Like I said, I'm learning as I go. And I'm really excited. So one thing that I will have to do, and I'll say this to you all while I'm doing my lives for the next couple days, I am going to have to do a soft launch of accepting applications. So as you guys think about what you want to do, anybody in the room, you think about what you want to do and how you want to engage in this process and be along this journey and make sure you are growing and elevating, and having me as your support system. Because that's a big thing about it. Like I said, you do need the support. It's just a matter of picking the right agency for you and how do you want to grow. Because I'm newer, I'll be able to offer a lot of hands-on support for people who come along with me. So that's the beauty of going with maybe a newbie, but at the same time, it just depends on what you're looking for in your journey. So with that being said, I'll have to do a soft launch. I'm probably gonna do a soft launch on the 31st, Thursday. Start accepting applications with the official launch happening on Friday, the 1st of August. So I'll keep you posted as I build up to do that. And then, because I actually have the link available, the link. So you guys aren't hearing this, like the few people in the room, you guys are hearing like all this new tea. You're hearing all this new tea. Um, the link is activated. It actually is activated, but I'm just gonna wait until I get some more behind the scenes things set up before I actually post it and make it available for people. Just in time for my ban to be lifted. There you go. When is your ban lifted? Actually, because I would say let's pause on you submitting because it may show that you're ineligible because of that ban, but we gon' we gonna make sure we time it right. Okay, 31st at 8 p.m. Okay, so you wouldn't want to click the link until maybe the first, like the next day. I will wait until the next day just to be on the safe side. Um, so that's what we just said, right? Yep, yep. How you doing? Be still. Oh, I love that. Be still. Ooh. That was powerful. Hey girl, here to support. Thank you so much. Be still. What you doing, friend? Are you a live host? Appreciate your friend coming through. Creator, content creator. Doesn't say live host, so I'm assuming you are in these TikTok streets, learning and growing, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. How you doing? Happy. Dr. Lisa, I think you missed my question. Hold on, I did. Let's see. Did it get filtered? It got filtered. I'm looking at all your comments. Your comment said, "Good morning, Dr. Lisa. Congratulations. I saw the news last night. So excited. OMG." And then you talked to Luna and Rakaya. And then you said, "Dr. Lisa, I think you missed my question." Yeah, it didn't. It got filtered. So see if you could rewrite it for me, Fran. It didn't go through. Yeah. So you said, "Oh, it did." You said, "Oh, it did. It got filtered." Yeah, I don't see it. It didn't come through for me. But yeah, so I will keep you guys posted as time goes on. It is very much a process. One of the things that I'm participating in is what's called a boot camp. So they have all these different trainings and well, I'll see as it goes on. It seems like it's all verbiage. It's not even videos, y'all. I was like, give me a video or two. So I was like, y'all. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And so I just have to kind of continue to move forward. It was on the create button. Oh, your question was about the create button. Tell me more. What's your question? What is the create button? How to use the create button? The create button for me, I've always stuck to post because I will you still be pushing content? Yes, I do have to produce since it's gone. I've always used post. I've never used create. Create does similar things. I mean, some of this. Hi, Amelia. How you doing, friend? The features are similar. There's a couple other features that you can leverage, and obviously there's more features you can leverage under create. But I've always done the post feature. Um, so I would need to post, and I believe commercial music is what I have to use. There is Nika Grace. How you doing, Nika? How's everything going? Um, so the post feature is what I've always been accustomed to using. I've never really used the create feature. Um, and now that I don't have it, I'll just stick to what I'm doing. However, I think what happens is that as a business account, you don't have access to the regular music, the regular sound. You have to use commercial sound. And I think there's just limitations in terms of what you can do from a creative perspective. That's what's happening. So I don't have the creative. So, for example, the post I just did where there was the trending video with Nicki Minaj and she says August, that's something I gotta check. I think that might be a clear example of something that could be done on a trending side of the creator side. I don't know if you could do that on the business side. I have to kind of see like what does that mean for me to be able to do like some of those trending type things too. I think a lot of it is sticking to your content. The beauty of what I do, though, just to be honest with you, is that I'm talking about going live anyway. So now I just got to talk about it from the agency perspective and the resource the agency offers. And then maybe even still give tips and strategies of going live and live features and things you need to think about. So I could still do that, but you figure the page will just kind of change a little bit because maybe I will spotlight creators that are on in the agency, making sure that they get noticed. Those type of things too. Like there's now this piece that I can do to kind of elevate people who are under me, under the agency. And so because of that, it may be a little bit more flexibility just to showcase other people and what they're doing. Um, and then obviously collaborate too with other people too. So thank you, Nika, for sharing out the live. I appreciate you coming in, friend. Thank you all for joining the live and sharing the live and liking. Thank you, Michelle, for your support. I see you, friend. So Nika, I was sharing a second ago before you came in that I had to kind of grieve kind of the sadness that so because I'm an agency now to link my account to the agency platform, that platform that they have for the agencies is turned into a business. So I had to change my account from creator, personal, to business. So now I'm business. I was looking for a sound effect. I was looking for the sound effect. I was like, what sound effect can I use? um, just so you said, evolving is good. It is. It is. It is good. It is good. It is a transition. It is transitioning. I think it's good. I think it is really. I think it'll be a good thing. Like I said, the peek behind the curtain is that there's a lot of resources that's there, and so if the agency is really tapping into all the resources that's there, creators can do well. They can do really well. So proud of you all in 7 months. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Honestly, a lot of it was just leaning into it and just making a conscious decision to make sure that I continue to move forward. So yeah, I don't know. We don't. Hey, I tell you guys all the time. God orders my steps, so that's how I operate. Yeah. Hey everyone, happy terrific Tuesday. Hey, Coach Jesse, how are you, friend? So now that I am the business side, I was sharing this too. So I'm probably gonna have to repeat this a few times. If you have a business account, if you are in fact a business, how you doing, Ask Brad? How you doing, Dr. Brad? Thank you so much for being here. If you are in fact a business, um, and not a creator account, I don't believe you can join any of the creator network programs because by definition, by term, the terminology, the name of it is for creators. And when you become a business, thank you for that daily heart, me friend. When you become a business and your account is set up as a business account, you're not privy to the creator programs like Creator Rewards or Creator for TikTok Shop for Creator or any of those other monetization options that are out there. So, like work with artists, those type of things. I don't believe that's the case for you. So your account is by nature a creator account. When you have a personal creator account. So if you are a business account, you don't have those features. So that's the difference. So I say that to you all because I want to make sure I say that, and I'm gonna research that and confirm that I'm saying that, thinking about that correctly. But I think I'm pretty 99% sure that that is the case. That by definition, you're not included in those type of programs. But I will keep you guys posted as I find out more. So the training is pretty interesting. Like I said, changing over to the business account. Like I said, there's different resources that you have available. Good morning. How you doing, Bridget? There's different resources you have available. TikTok has not given us the flash goal. Just so that we know, TikTok, I have not gotten my flash goal. Do I now don't get a flash goal anymore? I'm wondering, is that not the case? Let me know, TikTok. So that, who knows, that might be a factor. Like, no more flash goal for you. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. Um, Good morning. So, I am holding my heart. Me too. Are you really? You said careful with those heartbeats. I know. TikTok is like, not your business. You don't get flash code. You do not get it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he said yes. Me too. You guys are holding it. So yeah. So you said me too, y'all. You said let's see. I'm due for the heart. Me too. We'll see. I probably shouldn't have said that so loud because that's exactly what I'll end up getting. Um, but yeah, so with a little bit more peek behind the curtain and stuff. So that was a big eye opener for me, changing over to business. The gains got you, Dr. Lisa. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, that was a big eye opener for me, changing over to the business account. And then, yes, yeah, that's what I'm sharing, Coach Jesse. Yeah, that's part of it. Yep, you got to change over to business. Yep. I said yesterday I kind of grieved it a little bit out because I was like really in reading the before I was acting on anything. I called myself reading through some of the materials and I was like, well, wait a minute, what? Am I looking at this correctly? And yes, I was, because what they do is make you link your account to the behind the scenes system, the back end system that you use for adding your creators and keeping track of who's under your agency. And so because of that, you have to have the business features. So they want you to have a business account because that allows you to do some of the other features in the business suite. Like one of the things that they kind of named in the little instructions that I was reading through is that, hey, you want to create instant messages so that you can reach out to people or have instant replies as creators are trying to connect with you and ask about your agency. So that's under the business suite. So they want you to have that feature. The business suite also has, because it's linked as a creator network, if you go to my platform now, if you go to my page, you'll see on my profile, right under my profile name, it says Live Creator Network. So I'm categorized under the Live Network Program, Creator Network Program. So now that's there, so you guys can see that. And then it also has it where, again, as a business, you can have your business email set up and all those other features that you get on your home screen as a business setup, as a business entity. So yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I don't know how I feel about it, but yep. Yep, that's it. I have to be a business. So what I was sharing, Coach Jesse, before you came in, a couple things. So I'm gonna do a soft launch on the 31st of July. So Thursday, I'm gonna do a soft launch, and then the full launch will be on the first, or it probably will be a soft launch for a couple of weeks, to be honest with you. But really, with the thinking that I was going to do the 31st, because what I would like to do, and this is probably for the people in the room, what I would like to do is just make sure the soft launch will allow me to look in the back end systems as I have people who are interested in joining the agency. I can look and see what are people's eligibility. First of all, if I can add you to the agency, if you can be accepted. Also, if there's anything in terms of the invite process that I might be missing. So you guys, anybody who wants to join, that will be helpful, because then I can see, kind of work through just the mechanics of it all, the operations of it all, just to understand the system itself. So I'm gonna do a soft launch on the 31st. I just want to read up on a few more things, kind of bring that to the live. Obviously talk a little bit more about the requirements, because that's not something, I want to be as transparent as possible in terms of the requirements, just in case it's something that you're like, okay, wait a minute, that's not what I want to do. So I want to make sure I walk through that too. When it comes to the agency, and everything I've said has been pretty spot on. So how you doing? The main event has been pretty spot on with understanding the commitment piece to an agency. If you participate in an agency, you know, at the end of the day, you want to make sure, good morning, family, good morning. You want to make sure that you're able to commit to the process. Okay, so that's the one thing that you want to keep in mind, keep in perspective. I mean, we'll have some bad weeks, some good weeks, up and down, where maybe we can't go live or maybe we don't want to go live. But for the most part, you want to show your commitment because that's how your live can get amplified, essentially. And so when it comes to an agency, like I said, they have resources from understanding the campaigns because they get a heads up on things. They get a heads up on trends too. So there's some little things like that that I'll be able to bring to you guys and say, okay, hey, here's as you're thinking about your content creation as a creator, we can share some stuff about that. And then how do you spill that into your live stream and have that as another thing that you're doing. And then obviously the different, I tell you, these are TikTok's commercials, the ads, those campaigns, they kind of get a heads up on that too. So you know when a campaign's about to roll out, when things, you can position yourself hopefully for success if you're going to participate in some of those campaigns. So again, the agency just has a little bit of a head start and information that ideally they should be able to share with their live host. Again, it depends on the agency because the agencies often are sometimes very like they have a specific theme or area of interest, and they bring in creators that have that same interest, and so sometimes they may not necessarily focus on the things that TikTok have in the system. So I note that. I'm just noting that as I'm seeing the people who are like in the groups and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can see them focusing on that type of information versus this information just because of the nature of their agency. But yeah, let me know if there's any questions. I said I was going to stay on. Maybe I'll stay on for about an hour. Let me know if you have any questions, though. I appreciate you all coming in. We're going to get to chatting and stuff. Um, I think the biggest thing that I'm learning too, and I named this Go Live and Build Your Community, because a lot of it is, and many of you who are here now that are already going live, you kind of understand community. Off topic, but what amount of views is considered semi-viral? Um, I've heard 10,000 and more. That's what I've heard, like semi-viral, like you get into the viral realm, you get 10,000 or more. Somebody said it was actually higher than that. I think I heard like 50,000. What, has anybody else heard numbers about viral? You had a viral video? Let me know what you're saying, Trisha. You got some viral video out there? Let me know. You done gone viral, friend? But yeah, I've heard 10,000 and more makes you viral because it's considered viral level. And then obviously we know millions, we know hundreds of thousands, we know stuff like that. But yeah, I've heard anywhere between 10, and then like I said, I've heard 50. Like 50 is like, okay, that's viral. But I think 10 is like semi, to your point, like a semi-viral video that it's gotten a lot of traction. I've only had one video do semi. On my other account, I did a post that is at almost 700. Look at you. What's that? Is that the account that's supposed to be for shop? What is that account for? I think that's your shop page. What'd you do? What'd you do it on? Yes. What was the video about? 700 is good. I mean 7,000 is good. You said the higher number I did the day before is viral. Any higher number I did the day before is viral. You're like, if it's gone from 1 to 2, that's viral. You're so funny. You said if it's higher, it's viral. Traffic in Connecticut. Oh. Is that I'm assuming that's a thing. Is that a thing? Or is it not a thing? Y'all don't have traffic. Or you saying like, wow, we got traffic. It's Connecticut. But no, is it bad? My comment section is blowing up. Oh wow, look at you. That's important. That's it. That's the thing about it. You want folks to comment. That's the thing about it. You gotta have them commenting. You gotta have them honestly reposting and sharing it out. So if you're seeing that too, along with the comments, that's what's happening. And that happened what, like in 24 hours? Oh, it's probably gonna double, if not triple. If that's just happened like in the last 24 hours, like you posted, yeah, yeah. If you got 7,000 views in less than 24 hours, yeah, you should expect for that to increase. Maybe, maybe triple. You might get over 20,000 on that video. Yeah, you could easily get about 20,000 on a video, if not more. Yeah, at just 7,000 in one day. You probably will. You probably will get. Well, that's probably the pace of viral for it to go like true viral, not just semi-viral. Yeah. So congratulations, friend. That's what this is all about. Look at you. So what they tell you to do is try to capitalize off that video. It has some humor in it. I think that's why it took off. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they tell you to capitalize off that video. Like, is it the topic? Is it something you can kind of just, or you can like reply to someone's comment from like click the reply option and do a video reply. How you doing, Sandy Beach? How you doing, friend? How are you, Nettie Net, Nettie Net? Coming on in. Thank you so much. Good morning. So if you click someone's comment, you know you can reply with a video, and that's where the little comment section sits at the top. So you can reply with a video, and then you can just add to the commentary. Reply to their question, reply to whatever was stated. You can kind of keep it going if you can. Or you can do maybe even something that's a little controversial where you just say, okay, I disagree with what you're saying. Here's my thoughts. What do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? So you can get some more comments off of it. So maybe that might be another way. Like if you pick someone's comment that's like, you know it's going to stir the pot a little bit, then you get it going some more and let people comment off that because you like raise that question as kind of the little controversial comment that you make on in response to what they said. So yeah, but yes, I think that if you can let it ride a little longer, I would see if you can kind of do another video just because it's popping right now. So if it's popping today, you do a video today, you might get that other video to kind of catch the wave too. Hey, Miss Darlene, how are you? How are you, friends? Come on in. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much all for liking the live, sharing out the live. If you don't mind, share out the live. Let me share it out to my friends as well. Get some more friends in the room. I'll recap some of the stuff I said earlier just so that we all can be on the same page, and we'll see if there's any questions, and pin it. Oh yes, don't forget to do that. Oh, don't forget to do that. Let me say that out loud. If you go to my page, I was late, super late to doing that. Nika, I'm happy you said that out loud. Seriously. Well, you said it in the text, but the message. But yes, I'm happy you wrote that. So, you gotta pin it. Anybody, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, any video you have that has at least your highest video, if it's like 1,000 views, something like that, whatever your highest video is, pin it. Pin that video. Because what happens is that people come to your page all the time and they look at that video. So that video gets more views, more traction, especially if it's something that people are interested in and they want to comment off of. So I have a couple videos that I just rotated through that I had pinned for like the last 2 months. And then literally this week I pinned some new ones. One was about agency, so I pinned that one. And then there's a couple other ones where I'm giving tips about the dual camera and stuff. Because those are videos that had a lot of traction in the last few days. In the last few months. And they're still trending for me. So pin, yes, definitely always pin your top videos because people will look at those videos and those videos will continue to grow, will continue. So yeah, that is a great suggestion. All right, TikTok Trina, how are you, friend? Taryn, I don't know why I say Trina every time. Lord, Taryn. Good morning, Doc. How are you, friend? All right, so Rick, I'm gonna do a quick thanks for all the tips. Yes, take that video and run with it. Top views or comments? Top views or comments? Sandy, I might have missed your first question, but I think you are asking which one are you paying attention to the most? Both of them matter. top views really matter. I was talking about top views, not top comments. I was saying top views because as a creator for Penny. Okay, I was referring to top views. Top views because when you look at a video on your screen, what you see is the top views. You don't see the comments until you actually click that video and you see how many people have commented. So I was saying the views, the video that has the most views, because a lot of times people will view your video, they may heart it, or they may keep swiping, but that still is a view for you. So that's counted as a view. So I was referring to top views. Hello, Miss Vicky. How you doing, friend? So yeah, definitely top views. Comments matter, obviously, because you want people to comment off the video. And because those videos are pinned, depending on the topic, people will comment as well, which makes the video perform even better. So that's what's happening. People are paying attention to your comments. The algorithm rather is paying attention to comments and the reshares, the shares that you're getting for videos too. So keep that in mind. So you really are encouraging people to comment on your video. You're encouraging them to share your video. You are encouraging them to follow you. So that's another way that you get follows too. Because sometimes people will post and comment or heart and comment, but they don't follow. So see if you can get people to follow too. So that's really what you're trying to position. So the bottom up, that whole thing about bottom up, that helps because it's watch time. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky and others in the room, just so that you guys know, I guess I'm going to recap real quick. I did get accepted to become an agent. So I am, well, let me say this officially. I am officially an agency. I have some training to do. Your girl got some training to do. And with my training, I am going to do a soft launch for people who want to join the agency. I'm going to do a soft launch. You say yes on Thursday. Thursday is the link is actually active as we speak, but I haven't posted it. So the link I'm going to post on Thursday. Good morning. How you doing, Ramona? I'm going to post it on Thursday for people to join. My soft launch is for me to see. You said awesome. My soft launch is for me to see how I can go into the system and do some of the mechanics, the operational parts of it, so I can understand checking for someone's eligibility. There's some things that's in the training, obviously, I'm going to have to do. So I'm trying to make sure I'm able to apply the knowledge that I'm getting. So that's why I said a soft launch, so I'm not overwhelmed by looking at too many applications. I would like to see if I can get within that first day of soft launching about 10 to 15 would be great. In the first day, maybe 25 might be, I think 25 might be my goal for August. Just so I can kind of work with that first cohort and see some of the things I need to support. What are some of the key questions I'm getting? Like making sure as I have materials and resources and trainings and other videos I'm putting out, I want to make sure I have things for people so I can get people up and running quickly. So that's kind of my thinking for the first month of doing it. And then, like I said, in the first 24 hours, get maybe half, if not a lot more of those early on, so I can, again, do some troubleshooting and making sure everybody's good. Not everybody who applies will be eligible. That's the thing about it, because of TikTok guidelines, as well as, like if you, depends on what your status is, all those things. So just making sure that people can actually apply, and then being able to communicate, like, here's the things that you need to address if you want to get agency support. Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa's agency. Thank you so much. Love it. So yeah, so that's the thing about it. I'm still in that other one. Are you really? And you know what, Coach Vicky? Yeah, maybe we could talk offline, because you may have to stay with them for a little bit. We could talk offline, but let me know if you want to chat. I can give you some early insights to changing or not. So I'll keep you posted, friend. I love how you're all in with TT. I am. I need to address that answer. You actually do. You do. You need to make a decision. You have to make a decision soon, because nobody will be able to take you on as an agency for 2 months. First of all, so you're gonna be in what they call a cooling down period. That's the language behind the curtain, y'all. He said the cooling down period. So because of that cooling down period, Nobody can have you come on under them, under their agency. But you said I'm going to handle it today. Well, yeah. Well, and the cooling down period, because so yes, it's up to you. Let me know. Message me on IG first. If you message me on Instagram, I'll send you a voice memo and I just kind of share a little bit more. But the cooling down period, as you can tell, my room, I'm in this cooling down period. So you would have to go through that phase. So maybe that's what I'm just telling you. So that's probably what I will tell you on the voicemail. Look at how my room is performing. That is associated with the cooling down period, flat out associated with it. And so I tell people that like the agency can help you, and then also if you leave, you got to go through that penalty, and it is in true fact a penalty that's happened because they don't let you have the same reach that you had before. It's just not possible. So so that's happening. So you would have to be okay with that transition for a period of time, and then you probably just need to see, depending on what you earned, where you're at, if you're eligible to go to another agency too. So that's probably what we need to talk about. So I won't be able to check for you, but that is something you might need to look for yourself and see, am I eligible? I love how you're in it. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Let's see. Are you still going to teach? I am absolutely going to teach that. So that's the value. I mean, honestly, let me share this, and just in full transparency, as agencies are looking to recruit and scout people, that's a big part of what you're doing. So you're going to other people's rooms and trying to, that's what they do. They try to find people. I want to do the opposite. I want to make it so that people find me and they learn from me and make a decision on if they want to be with my agency or not. So I think, I probably do a little bit of scouting, but I don't want to make that the priority. And then also, they have a referral program. So people who are under the agency, you guys can be like, hey, Dr. Lisa, y'all need to go to her live. Y'all need to go see. She teaches. Here's what she's doing. And you guys get benefits from referring people too. So there will be a referral program I'll have. So as you guys are referring people to me, that person is linked to you as a referral, and you can get benefits from it too. They had you frozen. They had me frozen. I was in the cool down. And technically, I ain't uncooled. I ain't unthawed until Friday, because that was the day my penalty would have ended. So this happened before the penalty ended. But yeah. So give me 1 second. Lori Lynn, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. For how long? The cool down period is 2 months, 60 days. Well, let me say that differently. It's actually 90 days because you got to do 30 days first of notice. So you got to tell them that you don't want to be with them anymore. So you got to give them notice. You can unchange that notice, but you have to give them notice. And then you got to go through a 2-month penalty. Yeah, so that's how it goes, 60 days. Mine too, my room was at 400, now at 40. Ooh. Oh, wow, yeah. You didn't give them notice though, did you? So the 40, interesting. That's a GQ thing. Well, yeah. I gotta be careful what I say now, y'all. It's like trying to leave unelegant. Exactly. Yes, it is. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, we need to talk offline. Miss Vicky, so I can share a little bit more, friend. Morning, how you doing, Queen Law? Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, the cool down is 2 months. Yep, 2 months for the cool down. Laura Lynn, thank you so much, friend. Nikki, you so funny, the LA game. Morning, everybody. Let me catch up on comments. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Darlene, for sharing. And Laura Lynn, did you say your agency link is live now? It actually is, but I don't have it posted. I'm going to post it on Thursday. I'll post it probably Thursday morning. Only reason why I haven't posted it, I need to go through a little bit more of the boot camp. So I'm in this boot camp training. So I want to make sure. And then what I'll probably end up doing is once I make it live, like when I go live at 10, I'll talk about the agency and some of the benefits and stuff. So there's stuff like that. I don't want people to click it and then be like, oh, well, what am I? What's the benefits and stuff? It says benefits on the active link, but it doesn't go into great detail. So I want to be able to speak to it a little bit more. Okay. I did not know that. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, it's a cool down if you leave. Are you with one right now? Happy Thursday. TikTok shop agencies are different from the creator network agencies too. Yeah, it's different from the two things. Uh, Thank you all. Just stop by. Appreciate your fan. Be right back. Good afternoon. Oh, sweet. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much this week. Yes. So yeah, this week. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Yep. Yep. TikTok Shop is different from Creator Network. Creator Network. You can't be with a Creator Network and a TikTok Shop on the same account. You do have to be on different accounts. You can't be on both programs on the same account. So that is true. You can't be linked to both programs on the same account. Um, but you can have a second account that you're linked to a creator program. There's some nuances. I mean, TikTok has some. There's a clause that speaks to multi-account um, eligibility, essentially. And there's about 3 or 4 different reasons that will disqualify you. So those are things that, like when I say I'm going to do this soft launch, those are the things that I want to be able to see in the system to see who's eligible, who's not, and what's the rationale for it. And I've seen the policy on it, and so like I said, there's about it might be about 5 to 6 things that are listed as what will disqualify you based on having multiple accounts. Um, and it's not that you can't have multiple accounts. It's like how your accounts are set up. So if you've been with an agency already, so I'll use myself as an example. I was with an agency. I left the agency. So this is considered my primary account because this is the first. Even though I had that other account, that's my shop account. That was my first account technically, and I rebranded it to be my shop account. Even though that was number one, this one became the first one that was linked to an agency, and because of this account, I I so I'm probably a scenario that I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't know if Miss Vicky's still in the room. I might be in her scenario. My scenario probably be similar because she had a room that was rooming, and her room did really well over a period of time. And because of that, there's so many diamonds that you can collect before an agency is not going to be beneficial to you anymore. Because an agency is supposed to help you grow. And if you got to a point of growth that TikTok's like, they ain't new no more. They kind of understand the rules and what's going on here. So they don't necessarily need the training and the value of an agency. They can fly solo. That's essentially what's happening. Um, and so you gotta there's a little bit of a metric there. So when I was saying that to Miss Vicky, similar to my own self, there's a metric that I would have had to pay attention to and before an agency. And like I said, that 2 month cooling down period would have ended for me on Friday, August 1st. Um, I would have had to go back and look at my numbers and look at my performance over the last 5 months to say if I would have been eligible. And any agency probably would have had to do the same thing. They would have to go back and look and see, is this person a person that can be under my agency under a special case scenarios, a special clause? Okay, so I'll say that because that person is probably too, like I said, too advanced to go to an agency. So she may be under that situation. That's why I said you might want to reevaluate before you say no. So I'm gonna reach out to her. I don't know, Miss Vicky, are you still in the room? Let me know if you're still here. Um, they need to refer to the ice age versus the cool down. Just saying, exactly. They cooling you too. They icing you. They definitely icing you. Oh, I see. So yes. So I would. So that's one scenario. So somebody who might be a little too advanced and their diamond collection, their performance has grown to a point where they don't need an agency. So that's one scenario. The other thing I was going to talk about is multiple accounts. Is that if you have a primary account, what I understood, if you have an account that is your primary, you went to an agency, you did that cool down period. You could go to another agency if you did not, perform pretty well. So you could go back to you can go with an agency and do that. You can't do it if it's TikTok Shop on TikTok Shop agency on that account if you're with an agency. So that's another reason why you couldn't do it. It's some other things, violations. If you got a violation on your account right now and you've been suspended or something like that, you won't be accepted. You got to wait until you've gotten through that violation period. So that's another one. So once you've done your time, you should be okay. So Luna, you should be fine. I have to, but again, I would have to see what the scenario, what it shows for you. So those are the type of things that I have to pay attention to. There's some other reasons too. There was about 4 or 5, maybe 6 reasons where, depending on how your account was doing, you could or could not participate. Okay. Um, Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for the follows. Let me know if you guys have specific questions. Like I said, I'm going to continue to do the teaching. I'm going to continue to show up in this space. I hope I'm eligible. You should be, Mr. Arlene. You should be. You haven't gotten a violation before. Like your account's pretty steady, isn't it? Let me know, friend. I don't think you should have an issue. I don't think you should have an issue. I don't think, like I said, I don't think anybody, unless you guys, like there's 1 or 2 people who've come to me and was like, Dr. Lisa, I don't know what's going on with my account. And, we've had a few people who I've had those conversations with. Those people I would like to see what's going on in particular, and see if there's something that can speak to if they're eligible or not. But I don't think anybody else in the room should have an issue. I'm not aware of anything. So I'll keep you posted though. Like I said, no violations. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. The violations is probably the main thing that will, and that, like I said, I'll find out. I'll definitely find out. Oh, TikTok gave me a flash code, and it is the heart me. TikTok, you're like, you know what? I like you some days. I don't like you some days. That's how TikTok feel about me. Some days I like you, some days I don't. That's exactly what TikTok is thinking of me. Like, not today. I don't like you today. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you. Those who held your heart me's. I know TikTok will do me wrong sometimes, but it's okay. I'm used to it. They always do that. I've said it. I know, friend. Like I said, TikTok has this up and down feeling about me. TikTok is like, no, what? Not today. I don't like you. Yesterday it was loving me. Yesterday TikTok was really nice to me. Today, it's like, no, I don't like you. You all smart to hold on. I know. That's true. Thank you so much. CCD, thank you so much for the shares and the likes, friends. Thank you all for the shares. I appreciate you all. So, yeah, I was sharing earlier. Nubian Queen, how are you, friend? I was sharing earlier that TT has a pattern. I think it does. It does. It's pretty apparent that it's a pattern, and so I can peep it. With doing this cooling down period, I really can see it. Before I wasn't paying attention. Now I see it. TikTok, you obvious. Happy Thursday, friend. So yeah, I was sharing earlier to people who were in the room that I had to go through a grieving period yesterday because my account had to be changed to business. So I'm now a business account. You said experience teaches wisdom, friend. I know. And so now I'm a business account. So because I'm a business account, that's part of the linking, the back end system. So I'm able to see the back end systems and it's linked. And then I'm able to send instant messages and set up some instant replies and stuff like that. Also in the business suite, there's, so my account now has this business suite feature. How you doing, NK? Thank you so much. So my account has this business suite feature. And so that's where I can link my application. So, Net, I don't know if you're still in here. You asked that question. So the application actually is active. I haven't put it on my website, on my not my website, on my page yet, because I was, like I said, I'm still doing the training and stuff, so I don't want to be too quick to put it out there. I want to make sure I know some more details before I post it. Thank you so much. Tap, tap, tap. Yes, friends, appreciate you all. And then also recognizing that as I am, sorry, you said tap. I'm supposed to say, let me set up my other account to tap for me. And so as I am setting that up, I want to be able to put that out there. Now, one thing is funny. I'm going to say this out loud to you guys because I have my stand store that's on my page. So if you go down to my page, it's officially a business. At the top it says Live Creator Networks. You guys can see it. That's the category I'm under. So I'm under Live Creator Networks. So I'm linked to that. And so you guys can see it clearly on my page. And then my stand store is still there. So what I'm thinking, here's what I'm gonna have to do, because my application will have to be linked on my page as my website. That's where that goes. It goes on my page as my website. So I'm torn. I'm torn. So I'm probably gonna do a period of time where I just have the application on the website, on the profile for TikTok, and then more than likely what I'll end up doing is creating maybe a link tree so people can get to other resources too. So that'll be something I actually put out there. So anyway, it's just, it's one of those things where I'm trying to figure out how to still do some of the other stuff I was still doing. So I may have to pause some things, kind of try to reevaluate how I do things. So that's just something else that I'm talking out loud, but that's what I'm trying to deal with right now. What if you decide that this isn't for you? Is there any easy out? The contract is for 1 year. The contract is 1 year. And let me be clear, if I don't perform well, they will not let me be in it. So there is an out on their end. They're like, hey, look here. If you're not bringing people on and you're not supporting people, hey, why are you an agency? So part of that is they're out as well. 1 year is great. Yeah, 1 year is great. You can do anything for 1 year. 1 year is perfect. That's the way I thought about it. It's like, okay, 1 year is fine. But yeah, 1 year I gotta perform, so I gotta support. So that's the thing about it. So there is a level of support that needs to happen too. I see how another agency is doing it with link and everything. It's doable. Show me a page because I'm supposed to do some research. If you got a page, I'm gonna go do some research on a couple agencies I know of out there. But if you got somebody who's done it well, let me know. Message me, please, Coach Jessie, because that's something that's I'm torn about. Like, how do I do it? 1 year goes pretty quick. Yeah, 1 year's fast. That's what I was thinking. 1 year, yeah. You can really get into your groove in a year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. 1 year I can do pretty quickly or pretty easily. And then you figure out I'm at 8 months of this. August will be 8 months for me. Well, how does the math go? I started January 1st officially. So August, I'm starting, month 8. I was like, what month is that? Month 8. Yeah, you're going to learn so much. Yes, yeah, it's a lot. Behind the curtain is definitely a different perspective. Okay, she has everything listed. What you mean in terms of in the bio? I'm assuming you're saying bio. I'm thinking website links. So that's why I was like, maybe I need a link tree. And then I've seen one agency, I looked at their page because they're in the resources. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, they're in the resources and they have it where you go to their website and their website has the application link. It has that link on it. So I think that might be the way I will end up doing it, creating a website. I have a website. I need to make it a little bit better because I have it connected to my Stand store. So Stand allows you to do a URL link, a landing page, and I created a landing page. I may use that initially. I'm thinking I might want to have an actual website that it's attached to. Yes, absolutely, yeah. So that may be the way I do it. So those are things that I'm going to probably work on behind the scenes, like in the month of August. So, but initially just have the scouting, the link for if you want to apply that link on there, so people can just easily click that, and then I'll decide how I add the other things later. I just didn't like. Well, here's the. Well, you were built for this. Those straight A's. Oh, you're so funny. Those straight A's. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You said the man's paid off in some kind of way, girl. Yes. Um, yeah, so I have to think about that. The only thing I don't, I'll have to look at it. I like to make sure, like, if you guys had a website to land to, and you can kind of read some of the you know, the the mission, the features, the benefits, all those type of things of what you're getting. That to me is a little bit more substantive than just getting the main link, because the link gives you kind of general stuff, whereas the other thing I had created is a little bit more substantial. So I don't know. I have to see if I'm able to do both. I probably won't be able to do both, so that's the problem. So I don't know. So we'll see. Or at least not initially. Maybe I'll have to kind of, like I said, build it out so that it's a nicer website page and it's not associated with the way it is on my stand store. So I may have to do the reverse, create a website and then add the stand store to it as a link. Again, just talking out loud. So you said my phone keeps buffering. Sorry to hear that, friend. How you doing, Nubian? I am on the YT also, but yeah. So I was just sharing some tidbits of becoming an agency. So if you guys, and I'm going to make the application available. I'll make the application available as of Thursday. So Thursday I'll have some more information. I have to do some more boot camp trainings, that type of stuff. The beauty of this is, thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Appreciate you, friend. The beauty of this is that what I'm seeing, what I'm noting already, everything that has been shared, that I've been sharing, everything that's behind the scenes is accurate. It's spot on. Now, people ask about having an agency, like what's the point of an agency? The agency does have a little bit more information and resources. There's some stuff in there that, you just don't know. Like they know about trends. Trends are put out there to them well in advance. They know about, obviously the campaigns are promoted. They're pushed out to the agencies first. So all that information is shared. So it's up to the agency, in terms of how they share that information, how that information is disseminated to their creators, and then obviously how the creators are able to leverage that information. So again, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to make sure I'm being as transparent as possible. I want to provide good, solid training. And then obviously, I always tell you the consistency and engagement is on you. So for you to truly benefit, it means that you're gonna have to be showing up and being consistent. So that's the main thing that you have to just kind of make sure you are paying attention to as you're thinking very intentional about your growth strategy and what do you want to do on the platform. So yeah. So that's the biggest thing. And you can grow. Like I said, when you think about Coach V and her growth, all that played into it. All that played into it. You got to make sure that you're growing because you're taking in the information that's being shared. And that's what I did with GQ. I was like, okay, let me absorb all this information they're sharing, and then I was able to apply it. Obviously, I had some issues, but we've gotten past that now. So I'm in a better place. All right, friends. Thank you so much, you all, for joining the live. Let me know if you have questions. I'll keep you guys posted. Like I said, I've been on right at an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to stay on maybe another 15 minutes or so. But let me know if you have any questions. And like I said, I'm going to keep you guys posted because there's a lot to do still. Oh, we didn't finish the heart mate. Lord, the heart mate was still up there. I sure forgot about it. TikTok gave me that darn heart mate. It did not want me to do great today. That's okay, TikTok. I see you. That heart me came like 45 minutes into the live too, didn't it? It was like real late. I was like, TikTok. I've been here for a minute. People have come and gone and they've given their daily heart me already. So it's all good, y'all. So I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes. Like I said, what they do is give me training, like a boot camp training. So I'm participating in that, and so I gotta get through these modules. And that's kind of the other thing. Like even though the account is set up to start taking in applications, I want to get through some more training first. So that's why I didn't launch it today because I could have, but I want to get through some more training. So I said I'm going to launch it soft launch on Thursday. The goal is to have ideally in the first month of August maybe 25 or so people. I think that's a good growth number, and then obviously in that early launch, I want to have at least 10 to 15 in that first, hopefully 24 to 48 hours, kind of get enough people to come through where I can see who's eligible. Because not everybody's going to be eligible. That's the thing about it too. As much as I would love to have a 100%, onboarding, everybody won't be eligible just because of the platform requirements, the restrictions from TikTok. I sent it. Okay, thank you. So, oh, Coach Jesse, thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'm gonna take a look at it because that's the thing about it. I'm trying to set up my system, so I want to make sure I have everything set up too. But I know some of this stuff I'm gonna have to roll out throughout the month, so I'm gonna try to get everything up and going soon, so I can have some stuff available for folks. And then today, I didn't post today. I'll probably put something in my story, one of my other videos from my story, but I gotta post. I gotta post about the agency. So that's one of the requirements. Like you're posting, you're essentially marketing. This is a business. That's essentially what this is. I'm a business account because now I'm a business and I'm in the business of helping creators. That's what I'm doing. That's my business. So as an agency, I'm in the business of helping you all. So I need to create some videos to promote the agency. And then behind the scenes, I want to create some of those earlier training videos just to understand the live process and so that people understand what to do as they go live. So I'll share that as well. Um, Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all. Well, help me. You will be helped, friend. You will be helped. I got you, friend. I got you. So yes, I got you. I mean, like I said, the thing about you and others is that you guys want to go live. I mean, that's the thing about it. You want to go live. You are going live. Maybe I should say it that way. You are going live, and you are going live pretty consistently. So now it's a matter of okay, how do we get it to the next level? How do we make some tweaks in a way that TikTok will support? Because that's the thing about it, the algorithm has to support it too. So those are the things in the boot camp that I'm learning. So I'm trying to just understand a little bit more about what is happening and making sure I'm able to support it. So, all right, friends, thank you so much. You say yes, you guys. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. It's gonna be some good growth. It'll be good. We're gonna bring in our right people. We're gonna do some stuff to make sure people are learning and growing from us. Because I picture our lives in terms of how we're talking about things. Some of us are doing topics that are educational, whether that is, talking about a topic like confidence and trauma, or talking about a topic about how do you cook, how do you prepare food, or talking about how do you find the best items, how do you understand your city and your community, that you can find some hidden gems and some places that you really can enjoy. Like that's the way we want to be able to make sure we're building the communities that people understand. Like, here's what we're teaching, here's what we're supporting, and you'll grow. You're gonna grow. Patch with Susan, good morning, friend. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna Patch with Susan. You come on when I'm about to get ready to transition. What did you do? Did you go live today? Because I was about to say I know you were going live. Your first time was yesterday. Did you go live again? Was it yesterday or the day before? Did you go live yesterday? And then today? Let me know. Good morning, though. Thank you all who are in the room. Let me know if there's any questions too. Like I said, I'm in school, so that's what I tell people. I'm technically in the TikTok school. Amanda, thank you so much for being here as well. I appreciate you joining the live. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. You said I went live Saturday. So you haven't been back live? What's the hold up? Let's get you back in it. Saturday. Oh, okay. I was just like today's Tuesday. Yeah, you need to go live today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No live today yet. You say yes. There we go. Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, you want to go also because you want you're trying to prime the algorithm. So I'm going to talk about that. I'll share that. See, that's the type of training I need to have in a video. Like you want to get the algorithm used to you. I was traumatized. Why? How? What did I miss? You felt like you didn't have anything to talk about? Is that it? It should have been traumatic. I mean, for you, here's what I tell people: you talk about you. The very first live, you talking about you. That's it. You saying who you are, what you're about. Um, if you want to talk and start talking about the patch, you said I was just rambling. Um, it may have felt that way, and you very well may have been. But what I would say is that you will want to go back and just say, I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to share a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to give you. Here's what I tell people: if you want to come up with 3 things, that might be easy for you to kind of remember too. 3 things that you want to talk about, 3 talking points. They could be common questions that you get, or it could be things that people are curious about. But don't feel like you have to have a whole list of information you have to share out. So, because it will feel like you're rambling. But if you start off with sharing a little bit about yourself, and I love the idea that you were walking and having that live conversation. So as people are coming in, you can see them, you're on the screen, and you can just kind of have a conversation with them or just keep talking. Yeah. So, but if you have 3 things to prep yourself, you'll feel fine. He says, so you're an agency or an agent or both. I am an agency. And under the agency, I have what's called creator network managers, which is also me. I'm a creator network manager. And so will you be hiring? That is possible. That is very quite possible. It is very quite possible. I will be hiring. As I grow, obviously as I grow and as I expand. So when we talk about content creation and using maybe a virtual assistant to help with some content creation, using because my live streams could be content that could be repurposed. Cool. Might want to be part of that. Because I could see myself doing the behind the scenes. I'm not a front of the camera type girl. I feel you, friend. You said Jessica, she said me too. I love it, friend. I got y'all. I got y'all. She doesn't want to go live. I know she don't want to go live. She don't. My friend, like, look here. How can I support the intake, the recruitment process? How can I support that? Because that's the main thing. You have what's called scouts. You have people, those type of roles. So there are roles for how you can have people support your live, your recruiting strategy. Yes. Yeah, so that's the main thing. I kind of gave details about what brought me to the patches and how that helped me. Yeah, so that's totally fine. I would tell you maybe talk about like if you have already in your resources, maybe some examples of why people would use them, or maybe common questions like the FAQs. Like, what are people asking about when it comes to getting the patch? Are they safe? What's in them? How to use them? What's the effects? What's the benefits? So all those things that you might have as your common questions, and then as you're talking, you could even have like a little cheat sheet where this is my little homework paper I gotta do. But you can have a list of questions for yourself. And so you have that in front of you. You're sitting there going live and say, okay, guys, we're going to talk about some common questions people ask. And so, yeah, that's easy. That's something you can do. First of all, continue to introduce yourself, though. Continue to say who you are and what you're about. I got to be a little quiet this morning. I'm at work. Thank you so much, Jay Money. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the shares too. I appreciate you. Hold on one second. Let me catch up on the comments. Um, will this change your subscriptions? It probably will over time. Yes, it probably will. It probably will. Although me and you still need to do that live audit, so you just let me know when you want to do it, friend. Let me know, happy. I'm just always ready all the time. I'm always ready all the time, friend. Plus, I'm always in rooms connecting. It's a good fit, maybe. It's a great fit. It's a great fit. Yes, that's true. That's true. Reading fine print, right? Okay. I was like, okay. Wish you could delete comments and start over. You're so silly. You a funny girl. Can I go back and watch my live? Yes, yes. The recording's there. Yes. You laughing at yourself. The recording's there. Yeah. When you go to your the live center, your live home screen. So when you're on your profile, you click TikTok Studio. You see Tools and Live. Scroll down under Live. The first thing you should see after the analytics is live recording. I just did a video about this. So if you go into my on my page, I wonder if it's my pinned video. I pinned 3 videos. I feel like I might have pinned that one. That might be the one I pinned. So I might be up there in terms of live recordings, but I can't remember. If not, it's like, there might be like 6 videos in. So you can see where I talked about and walked you through how to review your live recordings if that didn't make sense. You said Luna's hair is tired. That's insomnia. I love it. I love it. I will keep you guys posted because here's okay. So let me share this out loud, and I know for a fact I do need support. So I'm not gonna minimize that. If this is gonna go well, I will need scouts. I will need people who are interested in visiting as much as they are visiting other rooms and talk and learning about other live um, live hosts and what they're doing in potential prospects. And so that is needed, and then it is something that the system can set up for me. So those are the type of things I need to learn a little bit more about how to set that up, and making sure that we're bringing people on that are interested and committed to the process and want the support. So that's going to be important. I'm probably going to need to set that up sooner than later. So I will keep you posted. Maybe let me get through the first couple of weeks, and people be in the streets. I know people be in the streets. But let me get through like maybe, I think week 3. So if I was to give myself a date, like August 20th, I think I'll be prepared to say, okay, here's where I need to be strategic in bringing other people in. I just need to figure out some of the, boot camp mechanics, operational stuff, and like get through that first phase of it. So I should be in a better position. But the answer is absolutely yes. So now it's just a matter of how to do it and do it in a way that is very, strategic. So is it proper etiquette to go back to people who may be asked questions during their live? Yes. Here's where you could go into your analytics and see people who left comments. There is an area where you can see your commenters. And as those people comment, you'll see that comment, and it should be a box for you to message them. And you can say, thank you for leaving your comment in my live. Why don't you just circle back with this response? You can absolutely do that. Yeah. So that's proper etiquette. You should thank people. You should make sure you are actively thanking them for supporting your live. I notice you have a few comments. I would love to make sure I answer any questions. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Are you doing own agency? I am. I'm approved to be a TikTok live host agency. So I am very much doing my own agency, Damaris. How you doing, friend? And then I'm doing a soft launch. I'm promoting this now. So I'll probably even do, who knows, a little sticker. I might do a board. Well, I may do a board. We'll see. You guys know I'm not a big fan of the boards, but I may do a board. But I am going to do a soft launch on Thursday. So I'll be accepting applications as of Thursday. I just got to get through today and tomorrow of their boot camp and just making sure I understand a little bit more about the operational side. And then the soft launch will let me see the actual intake process of bringing somebody on and see what TikTok's messages are when someone's not eligible, that type of stuff. So that's why I'm looking for to do a soft launch as of Thursday. And then I'll officially launch on Friday. So that'll give me a little bit of understanding. Thank you so much, friend. You said awesome. Appreciate you. So yes, you are my favorite live. I'm learning so much from you. I appreciate you, friend. You are a teacher in real life. I am used to be. I am still here in these TikTok streets. I was actually a professor. I taught at the collegiate level, both undergrad and grad school. Yeah, yeah. So I did both levels. You say yes, yes. So I will keep you guys posted. I'm excited. I'm excited about the interest, you all. At the end of the day, this is something that not everybody wakes up and says, I'm going to be a live host. I'm going to go on these TikTok streets and press that go live button. Not everybody's doing that. And I know there's a learning curve. And so I really want to lean into supporting people and helping them understand the process and continue to do that piece. So Nika asked the question. She was like, are you going to continue to go live and teach and do all this? Absolutely. Um, oh, thank you so much, friend. Somebody's that's a new feature. See, that's TikTok. TikTok, because I'm a business account. It says someone's reviewing my bio, my service bio. I was like, okay, look at that. Yeah, did you guys see it too? Did y'all see it, or just me? Yay for the teacher. Was that so? Nika, did you see it too when it popped up? I was like, oh, that's a new. You said y'all saw it. Yeah, just no. Nika said she saw it. She said I saw it. Just you. No. Nika said she saw it too. It was. I just looked too. Yeah. That. So let me say this, y'all, because I'm a business account now. Maybe that's part of the business features. I don't know. I didn't have the business account, so I don't know. That could very well be the business feature, but. Yeah, I'll do it again so you can all see it. He's out. Interesting. What did they press? What did they press? My service bio? Is that what they pressed? Yes, please. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody press that before. Let me see if I press it. Mm-mm. I didn't see it that time. No, I didn't see it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what they pressed. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they pressed. That's interesting. I'm looking maybe from your profile. Maybe. Oh, you think? They clicked my profile and they showed up in the live? Hmm. Just press a message. Did you see me? No. No, that's the first time I've seen that. Mm-mm. No, I didn't see what you pressed. If anybody else pressed anything, I don't see. Let me say this. When Nika, because I think Nika sent me, she pressed my service thing and my F. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know what that was. Hey, Nick Carrie K, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Um, so when you press to inquire about my services, it goes straight to the inbox, and there's an automatic reply that goes to you in the inbox that I have set up because of the service feature. Coach Jesse, you the one Coach Jesse's the one that mentioned the service feature to me. Who did that? Do it again, please. No, the person. I don't think they're in the room. That's the thing about it. I don't think whoever did that, they're, well, let me just say that I don't think they're in the room because the initial said E something. So I don't even know who that was. But yeah, I don't know what that was. But whatever they typed, pressed, it was, yeah. I, I, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna chalk it up to being on a business account with this being new. So I'm gonna chalk it up to the business account. But yeah, I will keep you guys posted. I will definitely need to build up a team, probably a small and mighty team, but build a team up of what they call the scout part of it. That's where you can have people who are able to bring people in the agency and support recruitment of people. So that is something you want to do. Hello, Doctor. How you doing, Mr. Treetop? So I'm definitely gonna need that. I just need to kind of, like I said, get through the first phase of just learning and getting going. Um, I'm about to take notes on all your content, type it all up and put it in a binder so I can look. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that, friend. Okay, one thing you could get if you wanted to get something, if you wanted to get something that was really quick and easy to kind of digest, my checklist. If you go on my stand store, go on my link in my bio, it's still on my link on my page. If you go there, my stand store has a 3-page checklist. So that may help you, that should help you. I shouldn't say may, it will help you with the go live process. Because a couple things you want to do, it tells you what you should be doing before you're live. You want to turn on your content disclosure because you're talking about the patch product, that product. You want to make sure you are thinking about the audience control because, again, they got to be at least 18 years and older. So you might need to turn that on as well. I shouldn't say might, you should turn that on. So it'll tell you what you should be doing before you're live, during your live, and after you're live. It tells you about looking at your analytics and looking at your commenters and your watchers and your gifters and making sure you send thank you messages. All that is built in. That is there for you. Okay. So it's interesting when I with the agency piece, I'm going to go back and maybe update that if there's any nuggets that I learned from my boot camp. I'm going to upload that document. I'm going to update that document and probably make that document available for anybody in the agency for free, so they don't have to pay for it. But that'll be there for people so they can have the most current information, because I think that's going to help you as a quick checklist of things you need to do. Um, so that's something I'll do too. What if you're new to all this? What do you mean, friend? Just keep going. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna circle back. Don't leave, Chrissy. I see you, friend. With training, there are a few people that are regulars here. That would be good for at it. Yes, yes, yes. Because you guys, I mean, y'all taking it in. Y'all heard me talking about stuff. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What if you're new to all? So new to going live, new to TikTok, new to what, Fran? Let me make sure I answer your question in context. But what I will say is, if you're new, the beauty of it is that you're open to learn. How you doing, Harvey? Appreciate your friend coming on in. Thank you so much for being here. You said, be teachable and willing to learn. You get it all. Yeah, you will get it. Yeah. Live and TikTok. You said live and TikTok. TikTok globally. TikTok. All of it. Here's the deal. I mean, it is a small learning curve, a slight learning curve. It's a learning curve. Let me take small and slight out of that. It's a learning curve. But what I will say is you'll get it if you continue to do what you're doing now. You're going to lives, you're connecting with people, you're understanding that a lot of it is based on just taking in the information. And that's actually how I started. I was going to people's lives and I was like, okay, I've been in this person's live. That's interesting. I can go live. They doing it. Why? Let me do it. So that's kind of how it started. That's what she teaches in here. You're in the right room. Start with the bio. That's it. Chrissy, you didn't do your bio? Hold on 1 second, Chrissy. Chrissy, you know what? Chrissy, you got to do the homework. You got to do the homework. You got to do the homework, friend. He said no. That's the first thing you got to do. If you want to be okay on these TikTok streets, you got to have a bio. Did you go to Portia's live? Let me know if you went to Portia's live, because I sent you a message. I sent you her page. So yes, you said LOL. Yeah, so I sent you Portia's page. Why are there 2 apps? TikTok Studio. Oh, okay. TikTok is this app. This is the main app. TikTok Studio is the posting creator resource app. So think of it as almost like your back-end system app. So there's an app for that for your account. I don't use the studio as a separate app. I have it downloaded on my phone. I just don't use it that way. I'm in TikTok Studio in the app because in the app is also to TikTok Studio. So that's what I use. So on your home page, so for example, friend, if you go to your home screen, you should see TikTok Studio. I use that version of it. I don't go on my separate app on my phone to use it. Same thing, same resource, but I don't use it for that way. Yeah, it helps you with editing your content. Yep, there you go. Yep. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Yeah, so let me know if there's any last minute questions. So I'm about to call them back. Um, how do we schedule posts? Is that a thing over here? The answer is no, unless it's in the separate app. I don't think you could ever schedule posts. No, I don't even think it's over there. Scheduling posts is not a thing on TikTok. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think scheduling posts is a thing on TikTok. I think they've never created that feature. I know people batch create their content, but they still got to manually go in and post that content. So I don't think you can actually schedule it out. I'll let somebody else say it if I'm wrong, but I'm almost sure you cannot do that on TikTok. You can do it on IG. You said I've heard some talk about it, never seen it. Yeah, I've heard them talk about it as well. I've heard some people. Well, I've heard it in the context of TikTok Shop. People's like, I really wish they would schedule it. I really wish I might have all these videos posted and ready to go. And so I just know that that's something that people have complained about, but I don't think it's ever been an option for it to get scheduled out. Yeah, so people have actively said they wish they could do it, but I don't think they've ever done it. Um, yeah, um, so yeah, you said I got notification that you posted content while you were live yesterday, so I thought it was scheduled. Um, Coach just said you can. You said you got a notification that I posted content while I was live. Um, I posted the content like 30 minutes before I went live. So it wasn't while I was live, but it was, oh, you know what you got? You got when I added to my story. You know how you could hit the arrow? I added something to I added my live to my story. That's what you probably saw. As soon as I went live, I clicked add to my story. So that's what you probably saw, me added to my story. I'm almost sure that's what you saw. If you batch create, where do you save it? Just on your phone? Yeah, you're saving it in the app. You can save your drafts in the app or in the separate TikTok Studio app, but yeah, you can save it there. It's that way to keep people involved. I think you're onto something, Happy. Yeah, because if you schedule it, people are not going to come in the app to engage. You're right. That may be the logic behind it. Sometimes notifications show up late though, but you were live. Yeah, I'm oh, okay. You said okay. Yeah, I'm almost sure it's when I sent that to my story. That's probably what you saw. Can you give me the link again? The link for who? For Portia? It's in your notifications. If you go to your notifications where you sent that message to me, you'll see it in there, friend. The link for Portia and her live. Yeah, Black Taboo talked about it. Find out what she said because that's not something I think is available. And let me say this: sometimes what will happen, save to app in your phone so you have your content if you want to ever repurpose on another app. She's right about that. You definitely want to save it like as a draft. I'm sorry. If you publish it so only you can see it and then save it, it won't have the watermark, and then you can repurpose it to another content to another platform. And then you can delete and edit because they'll give you that feature if you do it immediately. You can delete and edit, and then you can finish posting whatever you're gonna add, and put it in your post it on TikTok. So that's a way to do it. Um, so in terms of saving it, I was about to say something. The only thing I will say to that, if it is a feature that's rolled out, sometimes they'll roll out features that is not to everybody. And sometimes they'll roll it out to people who are big creators. They have a lot of followers. So that could be the case. Maybe they can schedule their content. But you just got to kind of keep that in perspective. A lot of times people will say stuff that's not available to the general public or general content creators. So I wonder if that's it, because if you could schedule, I think we would have heard that by now. I'm gonna, when I get off the phone, I'm gonna search on the home screen and just see if anybody has posted about that. But I'm almost sure you cannot schedule over here on TikTok. So if it is a way to schedule through a third party, or you schedule yourself, you ain't scheduling the content, but you're scheduling yourself to post content. That may be the way to do it. But I'm pretty certain that that's not something I've heard as a feature from TikTok. So I'll look and see if there's another way or something else that's being discussed. It's possible that as a bigger creator, maybe there is a resource that is available for them. All right, friends, let me know if there's any questions. Let me know. Like I said, from a TikTok shop perspective, people are waiting for that. Like, that's huge, real huge. Okay, let me let you guys go. I have to call my hubby too, because I got to see what's going on with him. I have to think about exactly what she said, because I was half asleep. She comes on like, I got you, friend. Yes, yeah, she is late for me too. I haven't been able to catch her in a while, just because of when I am on, that's not where I'm sitting. I'm visiting other lives and stuff. Gotcha. I was told not to use the words. Not to use the words. What words? Patch with Susan. What words? Not to use the words. I missed what word you said. What word did I say? Did I say a word? How you doing, Tamika? Tamika, you know what? TikTok trying to bring people in. I'm about to leave, friend. What words? The L word. Link word? That word? I think that word. The link word. Oh, the libe word. That word, I haven't heard that one. I heard link. People will spell that and not say it, but not the libe. I haven't heard that one. Because you are live, you're a live host, so I don't know. The algorithm, yeah, it's funny, but I don't think that's it. The spelling contest. I was like, which one? That's how we do around. We spell a lot around my house, because my son, he's of that age. He can't spell yet, but he's of that age. But sometimes you just don't want him to hear it and understand what you're saying, so you're spelling. That is in my house all the time. And my husband spells fast, and just like, what you say? What am I trying to understand? What you spelling? He be spelling long words. Like, dude, just say it. Break it up. Like, my son loves butter noodles. He was like spelling butter noodles. I was like, what is all that? What is that word? So anyway, y'all, that's in my house. I digress. Okay, I digress. Yes. Thank you, Lisa. Gotta go to bed. Appreciate your friend. Oh, okay, you said make sure you watch my disclaimer video to make sure your content resonates as a shaman. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at you, Happy. All right, Happy. You messaged yourself with that, Happy. Yes, we appreciate you, Dad. Thank you for all you do. You're so welcome, friend. I appreciate you all. Okay, I will keep you posted. So I got some learning to do. So I'm gonna come back at 4, and I'm gonna do my learning. I'm gonna take notes. I'm bringing y'all all the tea, so I'm sharing, and we can share. We can learn together, and I'll tell you if there's some new nuggets that we need to know. Okay. You said, Dr. Lisa, check out my video to get a laugh. I will. It's on this account. Okay. Trisha T Lifestyle. Okay, will do, friend. And like I said, you need to reproduce that one. whatever you did, like find a comment, especially if there's a lot of comments. Find a comment of somebody that maybe you don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So you can make it a little bit more interesting because people will debate about their comment versus your comment. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of use that as another opportunity. Like, okay, no, I can't agree with you at all. Yes. Holla, thank you so much, friend. Appreciate y'all. I'll chat with y'all later. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye, my friends on YouTube. Appreciate you all being here. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you all. Bye bye.